Archie Luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday on your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai, they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home, he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground, comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust, has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5,000, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hello, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. This is the Archie Luxury show, and you are cordially invited to participate and have some fun. No nasty cunts, please. No nasty cunts. And John C, John C, how would the dungeon confirm anything? You've got Narc. What the fuck would Narc know about jack shit? The guy would know nothing. He'd be the last person I would be trusting for advice. He'd be the last person I'd be trusting for advice. So yeah, I wouldn't really be relying on fuck knuckle. I wouldn't really be relying on fuck knuckle for advice. And yeah. Interestingly, I was having a bit of a fuck around on the interweb. I like to fuck around on the web, the interweb there. Let's see if I can get Goldberg on. Goldberg is somebody I like a lot. I like him. He's cool. I'm trying to ease Rolex on. He doesn't want to come on. I don't know what's wrong with that dude. Tanzeel. Who else have I got here? Torso. Let's get Torso on. Torso, I used to like talking to you. I don't know what's happened there. Get him on. Keslow. Is Keslow back? Let's just send him an invite. Bear Clooney. What's Bear up to? I haven't seen Bear in ages. How about Machine Gun Chris? That guy used to come on heaps of times. Who else? Clivers, let's send him an invite. Clivers is always good for a joke and a smoke. Timely, I'd love to talk to Timely just to get an update. What's happened with his collecting? What's he doing? How is life going? Mr. GMT. I might get JCB. JCB was great talent. I don't know what's going on with Mr. JC. He was great fun. He was a lot of fun. I loved him. JCB. JCB. Just get that going. Tusa. What's Tusa saying there? I don't know. Who fucking knows? We got our first super chat of the night. Rich Mitch. Do balls hang lower as you age? Mine massive at the moment. No, they don't. They don't. It depends how much sex you get. If you don't get a pop, if you don't get many pops, of course they will hang lower. It depends how many pops you get. It depends how many pops you get. It's all about the pop ratio. It is all about the pops. How many pops do you get? If you don't get many pops, obviously they're going to hang lower, aren't they? You know, if you're not getting many pops, how many pops exactly are you getting? I'm just putting that away. Look at that. That's such a, I've been wearing that watch. Such a lovely Pam. I've been wearing this a fair bit, and I just adore that strap. Look at that strap there. Just the patinaed, kind of a suede sort of a strap. Just beautiful, beautiful type of strap to wear there. Rich Mitch, 2 pounds. Do balls hang lower as you age? Mine massive. I think you need to get some release. Release the hounds! Release the hounds. We've got GD, 3 cents. The best guess, only hop on Eddie's show, Arch. He's bringing in the panelists and the big bucks. We love Eddie. That's great. I am happy about that. I am happy about that. Very much so. Very, very, very much so. We've got Patel Philippe, 14 bucks. What are new rules you put on Eddie for the dungeon? Well, no, I said, Eddie, come back to me with some rules. I have Lux and Eddie was both saying, hey, they were complaining. And I said, righto, send me a list of rules and we'll get Tan to adjudicate. I personally like laissez-faire. Do what the fuck you like, man. But, yeah, do what the fuck you like. We'll have to see how the super chats are going. Super chats. We'll have to see how the super chats are going because it's all about the money. We've got to, I fund a lot of work on these streams. It's all about the money. That's just the way it is, I'm afraid. That is the way it is. So, yeah. I haven't put any rules on there. I've actually wanted them to send me a list. I've asked all people, come. I've asked them to sort of get some rules drawn up because we like to abide by some rules. You can't break the rules until firstly you master them. We've got John C, $2. Arch, do you know how to drive a manual? Yes. In fact, my first 4 cars were all manuals. I had a Mazda 323 Estina, that was manual. I had a BMW 318i E30 manual. I had a Ford Mondeo LX manual 2-liter. And I had a Mazda MX-5 Miata NA series. That was the first series. Manual. That was a 1990 Mazda MX-5. Manual, yes. Yeah, I love a manual. Nothing like a manual. I love a man. I got a manual license. I always had a manual license. Auto, I think auto takes the fun out, you know? I've always had manual. I've always liked manual. The sad thing is manuals are getting scarcer. I don't know. It was a big differentiation, you know, manual, auto. Now everybody basically gets autos, don't they? PDK, or they get the, you know, they dual clutch, or a, you know, Formula F1 transmission, you know, all these different things. That's kind of what they were, isn't it? You know? Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. So it's very, very interesting. Very interesting. We got another super chat. Ken Fresno, $2. What time does Eddie's luxury show start tonight? I think Tan has told me to link to the Eddie show. So as long as he gets a program in there, we'll be linking after this show finishes. We'll link. Got a super chat. Ken Fresno. Ken Fresno's a good guy. Oh, that's the one. He said, what time does the Eddie? Yeah, Ken Fresno. Thank you, Ken Fresno. We've also got JD, 3 cents. Oh, no, that's not a super chat. That's just 3 cents. Okay. Yeah. You caught me out. You got me, JD. Oh, no, he did. He did. That was 100 Rs. Okay. Yankee Doodle, $2. What is your one watch, one car for life? That's actually a really good question. In fact, Warren Buffett tells the story. He said, what would you do if I could give you any car you wanted, but the only rule is you have to use that one car for your life? And I must say, probably a Lamborghini or a Ferrari isn't going to cut the mustard. One car for life. Holy fuck. You know, I tell you honestly, if you're going to have one car for life, it better be reliable and repairable. You know what? I honestly would say I like a shark nose BMW 5 Series from the 80s. How's that? How's that? And one watch. You know what? I think, Yankee Doodle, I'd love to have you come on the show and talk to me. Maybe if you got one watch, you can't really have it on leather, can you? In New York, you can. In New York, you can, because it's so fucking cold there. But normally, you couldn't have it on leather. You'd want something, you know, one watch. Normally, okay, so basically, if you asked me that question, one watch for life, I'd go a Honda Accord Luxury. And a watch, I'd go two-tone bluesy. I reckon that would be the best way to go. Yeah, I reckon that's possibly the best way to go. Yeah. I reckon that's the way I'd go. We've got another super chat, GD, 100, 3 cents. Eddie should do a pre and after show, Arch. Maybe being the toilet break will make you big bucks again. Worked in the past. Thank you for your 3 cent contribution. So, guys, I was surfing around the net. You remember Sex and the City? Sex and the City. Samantha. I actually liked, you know, I really liked Mr. Big. Okay, so I'm just going to call him up. This is Mr. Big from Sex and the City. And what watch was he wearing? So there he is. He's a fucking bit of a douchebag. So he was born in the movie, in the TV series, 1968, I think, because he got given a date just. Rolex, vintage. It's vintage. They didn't even screw the crown in properly. It wasn't. Here we go. There's Mr. Big in bed with her. And he's wearing, what's he wearing? See, this doesn't, he's wearing a fucking gold IWC. Now, a man that classy, a fucking gold IWC. I mean, oh, fuck. It's not that fucking special. It's not that special. You know what I'm saying, don't you? It doesn't really pop. And that was Mr. Big. Mr. Big. I don't know what to say, really. He was also given a Rolex. Yeah, he was also given a Rolex. It was a 1601, which in 1968. Now, what happened was, listen to this. Vintage Rolex 1601 in Sex of the City 2. My girlfriend wanted to see the movie. We've got a kick out of Carrie giving Mr. Big a vintage watch for their second 2-year anniversary. Holy fuck. These bitches never gave me fucking Rolexes. That is a pretty good gift. What do you think? Is that a good gift or what? Oh, photo buckets. I haven't got it there. Yeah. 60s. You know what I'm saying? 19. So Mr. Big. See, I don't understand that character. He kind of let's have a look here. Let's just get the just going to get this up on the screen here. Let's have a look at this. How many bitches have given you how many bitches have given you fucking watches? Hey, I don't know. That's a good question. Let's have a look at this. We'll see how many bitches have given you expensive happy anniversary, 2nd year anniversary. See, that's not. Do you give a Rolex on a 2nd year anniversary? I mean, fuck.
Happy anniversary.
Now?
Yes, now, before I'm lulled into a coma by your light Milanese fare.
Very nice.
It's vintage. It's from 1968.
Very, very nice.
And it's engraved.
Me and you. Just us two. Your gift is in the bedroom.
There better be something in there I haven't.
There we go. We got Uzi. How's our own Mr. Big in the scrap business? Hey,
What's up, buddy?
Uzi.
Hey, drop the shtick. You're not Lil Wayne. You can't be calling women
How
bitches.
are you?
I'm okay. How are you? The fuck's that
Yeah.
sound?
Hey, I'm good. What dropped the shtick? What shtick is this?
You're not Lil Wayne. You can't be calling women bitches. You're not Lil Wayne.
Uzi, I'm not going to take advice from a guy who's 5'3".
I'm not 5'3".
Okay?
I'm not 5'4".
I'm 6'2". Okay, I'm 6'2".
You're
Okay,
a tall guy. Good.
Uzi, what's going on?
I'm ready to grill up a ribeye steak for my own self.
You what? I couldn't hear that. What did you say?
I'm sorry, I mumble. I'm gonna make a steak.
Okay.
I mumble a little too much. I apologize. I'm not cut out for YouTube, man.
How is the gold sub going?
It's okay. It's okay. It's just a watch, you know.
Why is it just okay when before it was the meaning of life for you?
It's never been the meaning of life. That's not true. It's just a
No.
watch, you know. It's up to date too. It's newer, so it ticks good. It ticks really good.
Okay.
That's all I got. I got nothing else.
Mm.
What are we doing here? How was your day?
My day's okay.
Did I ruin the show? I think people like to see you when you're alone sometimes. Did I fuck that up? I
No,
didn't
it's
want to
okay.
fuck anything up here.
Here we go. Super chat for you, John C. $2. Hey Uzi, thoughts on Mike the Snake's new Rolex? Is it fake?
Let's cut the guy some slack. I don't think it's fake. He bought it at a pawn shop. It might be stolen, potentially. I'd be scared to take it. Here, hey, we got HR.
Hey, Uzi.
What up, dude?
Hey, Arch. You happy to see me? Be honest.
I'm always happy to see you.
You're a fucking liar.
What's going on? Share with me. What's happening? Please tell me what's happening.
Hey, Archie. Well, I was speaking to Watch Nick. He's coming back to the tubes. Let's go, baby. Are you excited? Are you excited?
I haven't heard anything.
Well, I have. He's coming back to the tubes.
I heard there wasn't enough money in it for him.
No, Archie. He's rich. He only goes to people's houses that have integrated pools, not above ground pools. He's
so
rich.
desperate for money then? Why is he so desperate for money?
Because if there's money on the floor, of course you're going to pick it up. Like JJ said,
You're a bit of a cunt.
$50.
You're a bit of a cunt to announce that on my channel. What the fuck were you doing that? You fucking lousy cunt.
What a promo! Yeah, he's doing a Watch Nick promo. You're right, Archie. I see.
You take that back, you piece of shit, Arch. You take that back.
Why the fuck do you come on here and tell me that? Do I even want to talk about Watch Nick? I'm not even sure I like him.
You listen here, Arch. I've got you.
Fuck you. This is my channel. You come here like a cunt. I can be a cunt too. There's no money in this anymore. I can speak my mind. What the fuck
Archie,
are you got to say?
Well, let me tell you what I've got to say. I've come here, Arch. I idolize you. I've got you as a terrorist version as my avatar picture, and that's what you've got to say to me. Is that right, Arch? Just because it's going down the tubes, that's not my fault. I come on here. I donate my time, Paul. And that is, I mean,
He's
fucking
got a
dead
point,
off.
Archie. He's a funny guy. He's got a good personality, and you're treating him like shit. I mean, he doesn't have much money, but he gives his time.
You tell him, Uzi. And what have you got to say to that, fuckface?
Fair point. Fair point. Gotcha.
I mean, me and Uzi are jumping on here. Who else is jumping on? And you speak to us like a bubblegum on your the bottom of your soul.
Right. Jorge comes here for a day. No one sent a fucking penny. You boot both of us off for him. That show sucked. That show sucked.
You boot us up for Jorge?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Who's
dude?
Jorge?
Sarah
Steve,
Huckabee?
You don't even know who he is.
Exactly. He's Z grade. Sarah Huckabee?
Who's Jorge?
Your guest that you wouldn't let us on for because we would have embarrassed you. You're a really important guest.
Exactly.
Jorge.
He's not that important, is he? He's a
You didn't know his fucking name.
Oh, he was okay. The English guy. He's okay.
Oh, yeah, the English guy, yeah.
I gotta have some quality sometimes.
No. You need to understand the repercussions of your actions. Archie.
You need to understand that, Paul. You know this, bud?
Yeah, but if I'm not making any money, it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, I can do whatever I fucking feel like.
How much money did Jorge send you?
Yeah.
How much money did he bring you? And you fuck both of us off for him?
But for Jorge?
Do you ever think?
For Jorge?
Or Jorge?
Sometimes you guys are a bit hard to handle. It's not about money. You
What
How's
the
guys
this
are,
fuck do you
difficult? We're
mean?
just having a conversation. How's this difficult?
Arch, I've been watching you since I was 12, right? I idolize you, and you speak to me like a piece of shit. Well, I've had enough, Arch. I've had enough. Tommy was right about what he said.
I gotta go cook. See you
Tommy was
guys.
Tommy was right. You know what he said?
what's that? What did he say? Tell me.
He said you're just in it for the money. He said you're a cockroach. I said no, my pontiff isn't a cockroach. But now, because you're speaking about this, maybe you are. Maybe you are a cockroach.
The world is disappointing at times, okay?
Why is that, Paul?
It just is, man. It just is.
What's disappointing? You're an everyday millionaire on the tubes.
These are tough times.
What's tough, Arch? You're wearing a fucking solid gold braguet.
Yeah.
What's tough, Arch? Share with the classroom.
Oh, life is tough. You know, things don't always go the way you want them to, do they?
For me, they do. But what's gone wrong for you?
You know, just life is not easy. It's not always beer and Skittles, is it?
Well, what's not easy, Arch? You're not saying anything.
A lot of things aren't easy.
Like what?
Life is not always you know, it doesn't always go your way, does it?
For me, it does. But I'm asking you, what's the issue, Arch?
Oh, the businesses. Times are very tough at the moment. They're tough. We got a super chat from John C. $2. Hi HR. Thoughts on Mike the Snake's new potential fake Rolex? I didn't think it was fake at all. Did you? Is it
Hi,
fake?
John C. John C. Let me answer your question on that. So I don't think it's fake, but the grams were off. But that's by the by. But it could have been polished. But my thoughts on this, John C. is, what is this? Mike's third sub. If you got to keep selling it, buying again. You can't afford it. You shouldn't have it. John C. Do you see me selling Mummy's Bluesy? No, of course I don't. Okay, of course I don't. Do you see me selling the Datejust 41? Of course you don't. Do you see me selling the Explorer
We're going to
2
give that to
Black?
your dad at one stage. What happened?
Yes, but am I selling it? No, because I don't need the money, Arch. Mike the Snake has bought that watch about 3 times. He can't afford it. That's not what real Rolex men do.
Sure. I get you. I get
He
it.
lives in a basement. He lives in the basement. It's not what real Rolex men do. Okay? And I told him that.
How do you know what real Rolex men do? Can I ask you that?
Because I am a real Rolex man, Arch. Let me tell you one thing, Arch. A lot of people say they make the watch. This watch has made me who I am today. I'm a fucking bluesy owner. I walk in the room, everyone goes, wow, HR, is that a bluesy? I go, fucking right it is. Okay?
I got you. Very interesting how you say that.
What have you got to say to that, Paul? I need you
Well, it's
engaged.
very interesting that you say that. It's important to have the watch. The watch makes the man. That's what you're telling me, aren't you?
The watch makes me. It's like when I put it on, I grow another testicle. There's more, there's more testosterone pumping through my veins the second that two-tone watch hits my wrist, and I spin the bezel a bit, just so it's off the 12 marker. Fucking hell, I'm in the room. I'm ready. I'm raring to go. I've got the bluesy on. Fuck, man.
Yeah, gotcha. I understand. You got a good point there. It is a good shtick to have, isn't it? Really, a Rolex is very important to have. Every man. What age do you think a man needs a Rolex by?
16.
Not everyone has mummy and daddy's money to help him out.
16. That's when I got my first one, Arch.
Well, what age? 16?
Yeah.
You're joking. 16? That's a bit
I'm-
young.
That's when I got my Datejust 41, big boy. 16.
Who got that for you?
Myself with my own hard-earned money. Yeah, I saved up for years, Arch. Of course I did. Arch, we've got a super chat.
Super chat. Okay. We got a super chat. Crypto Walk. Crypto Walk. $5. $5. If I buy a new watch at retail and they have to remove links so it fits, do I get to keep? Of course you do.
Oh, I made him a bluesy fan. Thank you, Crypto
Of course
Walk.
you get to keep the links. Yes. Of course. Why would they keep the links? Ridiculous. Even if you buy it secondhand, I'd say, hey, give me the links back.
It's only Arch that keeps the links, not the ADs.
Exactly. By the way, you made me a bluesy fan. Of course.
Thanks, Crypto Walk. That's all right. Arch, I thought your dad was rich anyway. You take the piss out of me for my family being rich. Your dad's rich.
He's middle class. He's not rich.
He's a millionaire. I've seen this.
It's all relative. Relative to who? You know, it's all relative.
I've seen his books. He showed me on Skype the other day. I've seen it. You're rich.
No. I wish I was. I can't turn it down.
You're rich. I've seen the Playboy. I've seen the Playboy figures.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's tough at times. Look, the economy's not brilliant. It's not brilliant.
So have you renegotiated pay terms with Eddie to be more favourable? Be honest.
Sorry, say that again. Have
you renegotiated pay terms with Eddie for what he brings to your stream? Because he was getting fucked, Arch. He was getting fucked.
Who? I'm getting fucked, that's for sure.
No. Eddie was getting fucked. The amount of work he puts in, he's doing 24-hour streams, and he's getting peanuts, big boy.
Well, the problem is not with the profit. It's not the ratios. It's more to do with the punters. These are hard times, okay?
No. It's about the contractual agreements, Arch.
Fuck off. You know what? If you're going to be a cunt, just fuck off, okay? Let me tell you that. If you want to be a cunt, just fuck off. Fuck off with your two-tone piece of shit. Okay?
Yes.
Fuck off. Just fuck off.
Tell me more. Abuse me more. Abuse me more.
You're a lousy, miserable cunt of a human being. You know that?
Why? Full screen.
Fuck off.
Full screen. Arch, when I spoke to Tommy, he was still speaking highly of you. Maybe I should retract to that.
I don't give a fuck what you do.
I retract it. Tommy didn't say that. Did you really just call my bluesy a two-tone piece of shit?
Yeah.
That's really offended me, Paul. Because that watch makes me a better man, and you've insulted that watch, Paul.
Take it as you like.
That really hurt my feelings,
Paul. I wear one myself.
So you're calling your own watch a piece of shit? Wait, I'm confused.
Look, I got to be honest with you. Sometimes I get disappointed at the type of people who wear Rolex, okay?
Right. So what's that got to do with me?
You're a cunt. You're bad for the brand. I don't want cunts like you to have the watches, okay? You're bad for the brand.
I'll give you one more chance, Archie. So
give him one more chance.
To me and HR right now. You apologize to us, or me and Tan are going to continue to send fucking Eddie half the money. We need an apology now, or you're fucked.
We're waiting, Paul. You know We're waiting, big boy.
We are waiting.
You guys can fuck off. Tell me this seriously. You guys are two Rolex owners.
Yeah, shut your face.
Do you think the brand is better for having you, or how do you feel about that?
It's way better.
They don't even know I have it, dude. They wouldn't even sell. They wouldn't even sell it to me retail, idiot. They don't even know I fucking have it.
Archie, Rolex should fucking make me an ambassador next to Roger Federer. Do you listen in, Paul? They should make me an ambassador. I'll stand up there on the Wimbledon platform with the bluesy on. With the bluesy on, Arch. They should make me an ambassador. You know this, bud?
Time goes so fast. Did you know that?
Does it? I don't know what. When you're having fun, are you having fun, Arch?
I'm having fun all the time.
Arch, look, we're getting you super chats. Next super chat, pull it up, big boy.
John C, $2. HR, how many women respond to your bruisey? They like?
Well, my current boss said, "Wow, HR, is that a real Breguet?" And I went, "No, it's a Rolex. I don't wear shitters, for fuck's sake. I'm a Rolex man, not a Breguet man." Arch, what's the main difference between a Rolex man and a Breguet man? Be honest.
Oh, Breguet's far cooler. Breguet
What?
is far cooler.
Why is that? Because you get bent over on the resale market?
You buy it pre-owned, you get a bargain. You get a bargain because we're all for bargains, aren't we? What do you think?
No, I'm like Mike the Snake. I want to get bent over just to wear that Rolex coronet. Oh wait, I got all of mine from the AD.
That's not so great on the two-tone.
Yeah, but I didn't pay for that. Mummy bought it.
That's not a cool thing to say, okay?
Yes, it is. My mummy treated me to a watch, Arch. Why is that not a cool thing to say?
It's just not
Wouldn't
cool.
you be over the moon if your dad bought you a watch?
Yes, I would, but do women like you? How do they respond to your... You know, funnily enough, let me tell you something. I did some testing with some women because I had a solid gold. This was when I had the solid gold pre-ceramic and I had a pre-ceramic two-tone, both in beautiful condition. I said, which one do you think is nicer? Which one do you prefer? And most of the women preferred the two-tone.
Why is that, Paul?
I think it's they just said, "Oh, so which one do you like more? Which one do you think is better?" And they like the two-tone. I don't think they realize the cost of the solid gold, but they like the contrast between the gold and the steel. I think it just offsets it really well.
I think normally it attracts the hookers more because it's more shiny.
But most people don't know a real gold watch because there's so much fake. You know, you can get a fossil watch that looks.
Or Michael Kors.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, Arch. Arch, listen, I need to confess something to you. I think I've got an addiction to these streams. I always come on. You know, you're horrible to me, but I still want to come on. Why do I want to keep coming on, Arch? I can't help myself. Can you help me? Why?
I don't know.
Why do I want to keep coming on? Can you help me? I blame myself. You're not even engaged, and I still like coming on.
I am engaged. I mean, it's not a manual. This is a PDK push.
No, you're fucking not engaged. You know, this Arch, you know, maybe I'm a glutton for punishment. Maybe this is my own problem.
Why do you say that?
Well, I come on, you know, I get berated. The chat,
okay,
some of the chat.
Nicely. Okay, let's talk nicely then.
No, you go fuck yourself.
What are you going to add? Okay, so you've so far, let's go through the collection you've got. You've got the Bluesy Submariner, you have got the Datejust, and you've got the Explorer 2 Black, correct?
That's 100% there, bud.
What are you adding? Tell me this. Now,
okay.
I'm going to show some pictures. Let's have.
I want to answer the question first.
Yes.
Fuck. Let me answer the question, Arch. I'll get a day, yellow gold, the Roman numerals, and I'll also get a blue dial oyster bracelet Sky Dweller. Done.
That's a nice Sky Dweller's nice. So you're going to get Sky Dweller in steel with white gold bezel.
Yeah, and a yellow day date 41. No, sorry, day date 40. Whatever the latest one is.
Frame did you have in mind there?
Well, it all depends on my family situation, Arch, which I don't want to go into because I always get told off when I do.
Got you. Let me show you something. I want to show you something on the screen. I'm going to share this with you. This was 3 watches I had. Unfortunately, 2 of them were stolen, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. I want to show you this here. Have a look at this picture.
This isn't the watch box again, is it? Fuck.
No. This is another photo.
Ooh. See, I'm not sure about the Milgauss, Arch.
It's a great one.
If you traded that for a Sky Dweller, perfect.
Yes. What do you think?
To be honest, Arch, the Milgauss doesn't sing to me. I'd get rid of the Milgauss, and I'd have, you know what? I'd get rid of the Milgauss and put a Day Date 40 in there, yellow gold, done. Collection completed, Paul.
Wow. Amazing. I can show you a photo from 1976 of me. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, pull it up, big boy.
1976. Have a look at this photo here.
That's you?
Yeah.
Wow. You have hair.
Yeah, I had good hair. 1976.
Fuck.
There you go.
Wow. Archie, do you want to start a GoFundMe for some curtains?
I'm not sure, but I want to ask you, with that collection that I just showed you, what do you think? Those 3 pieces, that's a great collection for a man. How many? You've got 3 pieces. Maybe that's enough. That's all you need. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, Arch, what I would do.
Let me show you. Let me show you my. This is my opinion of the 3. If I had to scale down, right? If I really had to scale down because things were tough, when things can change. I can tell you honestly, things don't always stay great. This is what I would reduce my collection to: Breguet, chronograph, two-tone bluesy, and a world. Look at that, just 3. That's all any man needs.
Arch, listen, you might kick me after I say this. I don't care, but that Breguet is a shitter. No one's telling you this.
What the fuck? Why do you say that? Who are you?
Fucking told you this
What horological training have you had? You say it's a shitter.
Okay,
why is it shit?
Well, let me explain why. Let me explain why. Zoom in on the Breguet face. Zoom in. Zoom in.
I'm not doing anything. Just tell me your fucking stupid reasoning, you dumb fuck.
Zoom in. No,
dumb
Archie, listen.
Fuck.
Zoom in and I'll explain.
You're a dumb
Zoom
fuck.
into the face.
I'm not going to waste my time humoring your garbage.
Fine, I'll tell you,
You're
Arch.
a man of no taste. You have bad taste.
Well, let me explain then, Arch, why it's a shitter, okay? The main first point for me is if you look at that Breguet dial, there's about 4 different fonts. How does that exude sophistication? It doesn't. It's fucking copy and paste. It's awful. Look at the Rolex dial. There's 1 font. Well, 2, I guess. But it's like a mix match. It's a Frankenstein watch, but that's how it came out the factory. It's got no taste. Do you really think James Bond would wear this? Do you think Mike the Snake would wear this? Do you think Loudmouth Tim would wear this? Of course they fucking wouldn't, because it's a shitter.
I think he'd wear anything where there was a buck in it for him.
I got to be honest, Arch. When I look at that Breguet, there certainly are some shitters in the mist. Okay, you did that watch review for Powell, who works in the watch shop. That Breguet would belong in his watch shop. You know why? Because it's a shitter. It's a shitter, Pavel.
What makes you so good? What makes you so wonderful? Come on. I'll be honest with
I'm
you.
wearing a fucking.
You're out of your fucking mind. I'll be honest with you. I love Rolex, but it ain't fucking Breguet level. It ain't fucking Breguet level.
It's better. Look at that shitter, Pavel. I'm wearing a fucking gold Submariner, Pavel. What do you want me to say?
You have no taste. This is the problem that really annoys me with you. You have very limited taste.
No, listen, I'll tell you about my taste. I'll wear a Panerai. I'd happily wear a Panerai. I'd happily wear Omega. But the Breguet is a shitter. Look at it. It's, I came off the call from Tommy. I was speaking to Zane earlier. They both said that watch is a shitter.
Zane, who the fuck are you talking about? Who the fuck? Who?
Zane and Tommy. I wouldn't
be talking to these fuckwits.
I was on a 3-way call.
I wouldn't be talking to these fuckwits. Who are these fuckwits? Who are these fuckwits?
Archie, I was on a three-way call and Zane said, has he still got those shitter Pateks? I said, yeah, he does. Zane's got all the new models, Archie. You've got the old ones. And that Breguet is garbage. It looks like it came out of a Happy Meal.
You know, you're just a cunt. You know, you're a miserable fucking cunt because you're I tell you the reason you're so horrible. You got a chip on your shoulder because you know what? It's the reason you're like this is because you were treated badly, okay? Okay.
By who? By who? By who?
By society. You know you're human sewage. That's the reason. And you think you can just come here and be a cunt.
No, I come here and I be a cunt because that Breguet watch is a shitter. The bluesy is lovely. The Patek
you know
World Time
nothing
is
about
lovely.
anything. You know nothing about anything. You know that you got.
Well, I do. The Breguet is garbage.
You drove a fucking Skoda. You drove a Skoda for fuck's sake. I mean, you're going to give me style lessons. You drove a fucking Skoda for fuck's sake.
Of one that I own outright. But Archie, pull up the watches again. We're not done talking about them.
I'm saying to you, you know what? You're just a miserable cunt. We
got the watches,
Rolex, 10% Rolex, $1.
Breguet stinks. Yes.
Come on, get your ass on here. I wanted to talk to
Archie,
you for so long. There's
even
no
Rolex
point,
thinks it's a shitter.
Emailing
Rolex
me.
thinks it's
You're
a
not gonna come on
shitter.
here.
Archie, even Rolex knows a lot about watches. Even he says Breguet is a shitter. I got to be honest, Arch. When I look at that Breguet, I think there suddenly are some shitters in the mist. Okay.
Why would I care of your opinion?
Because you've got me on the stream. If you don't want me, you can kick me, Arch.
There's nothing cool about being you inherited your wealth. Nothing cool about that. What's so cool about that?
What's so cool about that? Because my parents worked hard so they can pass it to me. That's quite cool if you ask me. Wouldn't you want to do that for your children? You work hard so they don't have to. Wouldn't you want to do that?
No, if they're miserable cunts like you.
Why am I miserable? I'm sat here laughing. I'm not miserable, Arch. Yeah, I think you're taking this a bit personally. It's okay, but you're
just a horrible person. You know that? You're just a horrible fucking person. That's the problem.
You weren't saying that when we were playing golf last night, Arch. Were you?
You're just a horrible fucking person. That's the problem, okay?
What about all those pottery classes we had, Arch? That meant nothing to you? That meant nothing to you?
You're just not a nice person.
The pottery classes meant nothing to you, Arch? What about when we made that vase together? You were sat on my lap, and my hands were around you, and we were making that piece of pottery together. That meant nothing to you?
Not particularly.
Well, I need to reevaluate my status here, Arch, if that meant nothing to you, because I really enjoyed it. And the cocktails after, the mojitos, the gin and tonics, the stay in the bed after in the Hilton, that meant nothing?
That's it. What can I say to you, mate?
Well,
I'm sorry, it just didn't mean much to me, right?
Why not? I thought we had a connection.
I thought I asked you to come back to my room and you didn't come back. Well, what the fuck? What use are you to me if you don't come back?
Well, I don't know, but you gave me juice. I gave you shower, and I couldn't pay. That's all that happened.
I just find it so boring that you're so one track. Just Rolex, Rolex, Rolex. Is that all you can afford? Is that all you can afford?
I could do Omega, but Rolex sings to me. You know why? Because I'm a cunt, Arch. I'm a cunt, as you say. Archie, all jokes aside, I do really like the Panerai submersible 44mm, especially the Prada Luna Rossi edition. That's lovely. Have you seen it? Yeah,
that's a great watch. That expensive as fuck. I don't really like paying high prices for things. You know? Do you like paying high prices?
No, I like Mum buying it for me.
Good answer.
You know what?
Good answer.
But you know what, Arch? Daddy won't buy me any. He won't buy me any. It's only Mum. Dad thinks it's a waste of money. You know what he wears? A shitter Seiko. I said, get that piece of shit out of it, Dad. I said, you're vermin. I said, get that shitter out of here. I called him Vermin Arch because he was wearing a shitter. Am I bad?
No, that's how life goes.
You know what he said to me? He said, HR, I brought you into this world and I can take you out. And I said, fucking try it then. I'm a bluesy owner. I will disintegrate you with the power of the bluesy. I will turn you into dust molecules with just one twist of the bezel. Do you not feel like that?
What sort of car would you like to get later on in life when you can afford something decent?
Oh, decent. That's harsh, Ross. That's harsh. No, the car I'll be getting is a Mercedes GLE 450D.
We got Jefferson Exotic, $5. Long live HR. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Archie, my back's starting to hurt a bit from carrying the stream. Should I jump off?
It's your choice what you do.
I'll stay on for a bit longer then. So yeah, Arch, I'll be getting a GLE 450D in a few years. What do you think,
Ooh,
Paul?
good choice. Nice choice.
I think the 580 is overkill for me. 450D will be perfect. But you know what I'd have in it, Arch? I'd have the there's an assist pack
Yeah,
you
a
can
2
get.
liter. Why don't you get the 2 liter one?
I don't know about that. But Arch, I'm
GLE
going to get
300, isn't it?
350. No, I'll get the 450D. But I'll get the there's a pack you can get on it to make the car bounce on suspension. So when I'm driving through town, I can make it bounce with the bluesy hanging out the side. That'll be nice, Arch. You know this? Do you know what I mean, Arch? I can make the car bounce. Do you know what I mean? Archie?
Seriously, you honestly dislike all watches. You like the world time I have, but don't you?
Not really, but it's palatable.
Fuck, not really. Jesus.
Why do I need to know all of these different times with a leather bracelet? Archie, I need a steel bracelet. How else am I going to wash the dishes? How else am I going to go swimming in the country club? I can't with a leather strap, can I? It's fucked.
Remember the country club?
Yes.
Which
Well,
one's
Mum,
that?
David Lloyd.
Who?
David Lloyd. I don't think you've got it in Bougainville.
What is David Lloyd?
Sort of club, a racket sport club. They've got eateries in there, sauna, steam
Is it a
room.
selective club?
It's a private club. You have to pay.
But they let anyone in, don't they?
As long as you can pay, no problem.
Oh, David Lloyd clubs. Okay. Ah, interesting. You're a member of David Lloyd clubs.
100% there, bud.
Is it selective? Like you got to go up for membership, or they let everyone in?
No, as long as they'll let anyone in as long as you can pay, Arch.
How much does it cost?
My membership's 1,800 a year.
Oh, it's not that cheap, is it? That's not cheap, is it?
Well, it depends how much money you earn.
Oh, I see. They have, how many locations do they have?
Well, they're all across the UK, but so I don't know. But I only my membership, I can go to quite a few.
What do they do for your mental health? Build strength and boost your mental well-being through exercise and mindful activities. What mindful activities do they do?
I don't know. My mental health is good, so I haven't needed to explore that, Arch.
Oh, I see. You've got. Do you think you're a narcissist?
Define narcissist, Arch. Give me the definition, and I'll tell you.
Come on, you don't need me to tell you this stuff. Do you find yourself a narcissist?
Well, I don't know the exact definition, but what is it that you think the world revolves around you and you're selfish? Is that the definition, Arch?
You tell me.
Well, I'm fucking asking you. You're saying, am I a narcissist? I'm asking you for the definition, and you're asking me for the definition. How does that work out, Arch?
Why do I need to explain?
Because you're the one using the term.
It's not the first time you've been accused of being a narcissist, but is it?
I think it is.
I think you've got a HR answer to everything. See, that's how you sidetrack the issue. Instead of saying, yes, you're a fucking lousy fucking cunt of a human.
No, you fucking
what's
prick.
a narcissist? What's
Oh,
this? What's that?
You're asking me. No, you're asking me. You listen here. You're asking me if I think I'm a narcissist. I'm saying, what do you mean by that? And then I'll tell you. It's not rocket science, Paul. So, in your what do you define as a narcissist, or do you not understand what a narcissist is? Tell me, Paul. You're asking me.
I got to be totally honest with you.
Mm.
I would say you have classic narcissistic traits. Many narcissistic traits.
Like what? Like what?
Urge to constantly tell everybody you're wearing Rolex.
Yep, I agree. So Rolex. Yep, go on.
Urge to put other people down to build yourself up because you are quite insecure in yourself.
I disagree with that. I said I like your bluesy, but the Breguet's a shitter, which is my view. I said the bluesy's nice, but I can appreciate the Patek, but it's not my taste. But the Breguet's a shitter.
The Breguet,
yeah,
is so much far above the Rolex.
No, it's not. It's fucking garbage, Arch.
It's beyond.
It's got four different fonts. They couldn't even decide which fonts are you. They just thought, oh yeah. They just thought, oh yeah, that'll do. Slap it, and the stupid bogan punters will still buy this piece of shit watch.
Did you ever watch Sex and the City?
No, I'm not that old, Arch. I mean, although I've got 3 Rolexes, I'm not actually that old. So maybe it's deceiving how old you think I am.
Very good deflection there. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm, just to underline that I'm actually not that old, and I've still got 3 Rolexes. Just to underline.
Beautiful work there.
100% there, bud.
Beautiful work. I got some ink. I've got some. This is Scotch Brown ink.
That's your signature ink, Arch.
Yeah, I got Scotch Brown ink, and I've got this. What's this other one here? This is a blue.
Here we go, Arch. Somebody's dropped the definition of narcissism: excessive interest in or admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance. So I wouldn't say I've got an obsession with my physical appearance, but I have an interest.
You're a fat fuck. You're a fat fuck, and we shame people.
No, I'm not fat. I just don't go to the gym. I'd say a normal average build.
David Lloyd. What about the David Lloyd membership?
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I go up there and play badminton.
I'd never heard of David Lloyd before you mentioned it.
Yeah, but you know why, Arch? It's because you're not on my level, Arch. You're zany poo. This is what he said when I spoke to him. I spoke to Tommy earlier. They said, listen, HR, don't worry. Arch won't understand David Lloyd. But it's okay, don't worry. Like when you come over the UK, I'll take you there. So, as I was saying, I don't think I've got an excessive interest in my own physical appearance. But I've got an admiration of myself. I'd say I'm doing quite well, Arch.
Yes.
And my dad came from nothing, Arch. So yeah, I'm pretty proud. Well, I think you'd be as well, Paul.
Yes, I completely understand.
We talk about this idea of generational wealth, Arch, but with my family, it's just from my dad, and it's only one generation away. So I think he's done very well, and I am very proud.
Interesting.
Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you be, Arch? Wouldn't you be?
What's that?
Wouldn't you be proud if your dad's done really well in life? Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you be proud?
There's nothing wrong with that, but when are you going to shine yourself? Have you done well yourself?
I've got a degree. I've got a master's. I've got a high-paying job. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. We go on nice holidays. I treat the family. I give back to the community when I can. So yeah, I'm pretty happy.
How's that dude with the? Give us some work stories. I like some work stories. Okay.
I'm not sure you deserve them today, Paul. You've been a bit vulgar.
Thank you. I do appreciate you saying that.
Is it because of the menstrual Q2, the menstrual coloured red Q2, be honest.
That.
But it's not a real SUV, is it? It's a fanny pack SUV.
Oh, it's the baby SUV. Americans love it. Americans love that shit.
Dude is eager to get his dad's money, doing so well. Mummy has to buy him Rolex. Of course, fucking me. Why would I buy it? MSc, bet it's psychology. No, it's international management. Your journey. Oh, I can't read that one yet from Patrick. What did it say? Your journey from humble beginnings isn't narcissism, HR. Thanks, Pat Bateman. The Arch, the chat agrees. Arch, wouldn't you be really happy if your dad did really well in life? And he said, at some point, Arch, I'm going to pass this down to you. And if you've got your head screwed on, you can double it. Wouldn't you be happy? Well, actually, no, because you weren't very happy about Zany Poo. And that Zany Poo is like me on steroids. He's helping out his dad on the property. And you berated him. You berated him, Arch.
He was just a cunt. The guy's a cunt.
You thought he was a cunt because he's got better protects than you, Arch. Be honest here, big boy.
It's nothing to do with his watches. The guy's just a cunt.
No.
Like you can be a total cunt to Lux. I don't understand why.
No, we get on all right now. We get on all right.
Pick. See, it's all you people in HR. You like to pick at people.
Do we?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Wait.
I must admit.
What do you mean, you people? 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 Do you mean mixed race people? People with beards? What do you mean, you people?
HR people. HR.
Right. What do they do, Arch?
Oh, they're just they're vile cunts, you know.
Why is that?
I think it's the industry. I find most people in HR, they're very difficult because they've got different allegiances. They've got allegiance to the company, which isn't necessarily in line with the allegiance to being a fair human being, because companies are bastards. You realize that?
Yeah. Your point being?
It's the conflict.
Archie, my job is to advise on employment law. So to make sure we don't get taken to a tribunal. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. I'm protecting the business. Risk mitigation? It's as simple as. So don't think I'm out here for the employees. I'm out here for the business.
Yes. You're there for the business. Is that right?
That's 100% there, bud.
You are there for the business.
Hey, Yuri's got quite a good comment. Fatso has never seen an HR person except on 3 occasions. Each time he was getting fired for inappropriate behavior.
Yes.
Fatso thinks that other departments in a company are there for him. No, they're not. They're not there for you, Arch. If you would have just done your job, you wouldn't have lost it. Instead, you were looking at porn at work and sending dick pics to Higgy.
I understand.
What do you understand, Arch?
Life's not always fair, is it?
Yeah, it is. Arch, you seem down. What's wrong? You've got A-grade talent on the panel tonight.
I know, we've got some fantastic talent there. We haven't seen the super chats move in the last 15 minutes. I gotta ask you this seriously. With your collection, do you want to emulate JJ? Is JJ your role model in life?
I don't think JJ's my role model since he got banned from Lange and Sung.
He got banned from FP Sean.
FP Sean. I retract that. I don't really know his collection very well, but you know what, Arch? I'm my own person. I make my own collections. I don't need fucking inspiration from other people. The next watch will be the Day-Date 40, yellow gold, Roman numerals, and following that, it will be a Sky Dweller blue dial oyster bracelet, and I'm out the game, Paul. I'm done. I'll say, retire me off, baby girl, and I'm done.
Oh, retire me off. That's it then, is that?
I'm done. I'm done after that.
Wow. Wow. We got the Rancher coming on. Hello, Rancher.
Hey, guys, I've been approached by a few people and said, hey, Rancher, would you like to come on and save this live stream? And you and
Save it.
And you and I've decided?
No.
No.
You love his sense of humor? What a great sense of humor. The Rancher. What a great guy there. What a great guy. What a great time. Guys, what can I say there? We had HR. Fuck, he's a cunt to talk to at times. Very fucking difficult. Very difficult. I'm trying to get Rolex on. He said, what would we talk about? Cars and watches. Let's talk about cars and watches. Come on the stream. Come on the stream. Just you and me. Just you and me. Let's get him on. I'll see if I can get this little fuck on. It's always good to have some great audience participation. That's what we like to have, audience participation. We got Uzi coming on. Hey.
Arch, how you doing? Have you ever seen the Uzi's Playhouse channel, the live streams?
No. Is it any good?
Oh, have a watch, dude, because you know what? You know what
Tell
you're not
me
going to
this.
see?
What's going
You're not
on
going to
in
see
your...
me begging
what's
for people to
happening
come
there?
on because I don't fucking need nobody. That's what you're not going to
Okay.
see.
I got to tell you something. I'm really impressed.
With what? Do you even know what you're saying right now?
I'm
What are you
really
impressed with?
impressed, Uzi.
With
A
what?
guy who's 5'4", who makes such an
Yeah,
impression.
nice
you know
narrative.
that? You know,
That's not me.
5'4",
I'm not 5'4". I'm
you know,
5'7". 5'7".
5'4", and you've just
Who told you that about
push
me?
your weight around. You push your weight
You want me to show
around.
you my
know?
photo ID? It says 5'7". Hello?
Tell me, Uzi.
What's up?
Uzi, how's the tow truck business going?
I've been taking a few days off. Let's say a week. I've been taking a week off. I'm enjoying the spring. It's not winter anymore. It's not freezing. Okay? I'm just hanging out, talking to you, cooking steak.
Cooking steak.
Yeah, I'm making steak right now. I actually got to jump very soon. I don't want to burn it. And
Oh,
corn on the
3
cob. Do you
minutes.
like? Hey, Arch. Do you guys have corn in Australia? Like corn on the cob?
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you
I
like
love
that?
corn.
You like corn on the cob or canned
Yeah,
corn? You like canned
it's
corn?
nice stuff. It's not. Oh, canned. That's. I
I'm
don't
not
like
a big fan of the canned corn. Yeah, I like the corn on the cob. What do? Do you get a stick of butter and roll it on the stick of butter? Put some salt on it. That's good stuff,
Yeah,
huh? You like that?
I'm not a big fan of butter, but yeah,
You don't
yeah.
strike me as a guy that's not a big fan of butter. How does that make any sense?
Just
I love
is.
butter.
I know. It doesn't make you taller, you know.
See, this whole time I just been eating sticks of butter and not growing anything. Yeah, thanks. No, it's good for flavor.
Tell me this. What are you getting next? What are you getting next, Uzi?
Batgirl. Even though I'm American and I don't give a fuck what time it is anywhere else, not even in California, because we hate California on the East Coast. We think they're liberal idiots and they're destroying the country. So why do I need a GMT? Tell me that. Why does a hillbilly need a fucking GMT, Archie? I have no idea. I just like the way it looks. It's not about function.
Have you been to New York, Bud, haven't you?
I told you this story. I seen New York's the skyline, But I didn't go in because I had about $90,000 cash on me. I didn't want to get robbed. So I raced home.
Fair point. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I had to go.
What are you? Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you
Tell
would
me
too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, New York is tough. New
It's
York is
tough.
tough.
I don't know the people there. I didn't want to get pulled over. I don't know if they got corrupt cops. You know, I had to go. It wasn't worth it.
What did you sell to get 90,000 cash? What were you doing?
Scrap metal, scrapping. I was scrapping. You understand?
Wow, amazing stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Has a girl ever given you a Rolex? Can I ask you
No,
that?
but I bought my girlfriend a Rolex and she doesn't even like it. She doesn't even wear it. She wants to sell the fucking thing. I'm just thinking to myself, where'd I go wrong? You know why she doesn't like it? Because it's this really small. It's like a 28. It's like a 26 or 28. She said, I can't even read the freaking dial. I was like, dang. What a bad move. I spent $3,000 on it too. It just sits in her room.
What model? Just a steel oyster perpetual, is it?
Yeah, it was like a year or two. It was like a year 2000-ish, something like that. She
Who
can't
did you
stand
buy
it.
it off?
I bought it off of a gray market guy. I don't know what was his name. Jared. His name was Jared. Yeah.
Hmm.
What's wrong, man? You seem depressed. How can we make you
Seriously.
happy?
No, it's okay.
Is it all
It's
is it all
okay.
about the money? Is it all about the money with you? Because I feel bad, man. I feel like you need like $10 right now to make you smile. Fuck.
It's a tough business, isn't it? What do you think? What made you get your channel going? You can't be doing it for money. You're
I'm
fairly
not
well
doing
off.
it. I'm not doing it for money, man. It is monetized though. It is monetized, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really rake in the big bucks on my channel because I hardly stream on it. I'd prefer your channel instead, or the dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Fair
hey, I gotta
point.
go. I don't want to burn this steak. It's more important to me. But I'll be listening.
Oh, you don't want to burn a steak? Go
Yeah,
and
I'll be
get it. Go
listening.
and get it,
Please,
man.
please don't be begging for people to come on. Do some content. Take it easy.
No worries. That's okay. I completely get it there. I completely get it. And I got to tell you, I actually made a video yesterday. Yes. You know what happens when you have washed your car and you've washed your car and it fucking rains. You just want to just really pisses you off. So I actually made a video. I made a video about this to kind of how do you do like a half wash? Let's go. I thought this was actually a pretty damn good video. Let's bring her up because I made this video yesterday, and I thought I did a reasonable job. This video is called BMW Half Wash. You just want to touch up the car after rain. Now, I actually said here, love the extra attention, Arch, you gave to the rear end. Also, love the front yard going or cactus. Treating an entry-level shitter like a priceless museum piece. Classic Povo move. Microfiber mitt instead of a sponge. Holds more suds and reduce. Okay. Raining ladyboys. The Pope draft is coming up. Hair by hogwash. Hair by half wash. Just use sandpaper, Arch. Why prolong? Speaking of which, we got Rolex. How are you?
All right, big boy, you got me. You got me. I'm here.
Oh my God, it's fantastic to have you on.
What's
Just
going
quickly,
on?
Ken Fresno, $2. Maybe Eddie can put off his show prep and come on. Thank you, Ken Fresno. Rolex, I have wanted you on so badly. I have wanted to talk watches, cars. Tell me what's
You
happening
know I
with
love you.
cars.
You know I love you, right, Arch? You know I like fucking with you. You know I'm just kidding when we talk, right?
I love you too.
You
What's
know I
happening
love
with the cars? Tell me what's happened with the. I met Sean in Geneva, by the way.
Oh, really? How was that?
Yeah, he mentioned you. He
I
said he
love
helped.
Sean. I love Sean.
What cars are you driving now? Tell me give me the goss.
I told you I have the i4, the electric, and I have
What
some other
model?
things
i4
cooking.
35 or 40?
It's the 40. I got whatever was the top of the line one. I told Sean, give me the best of the best, and then he got it for me.
And how do you find it? Like you traded your Porsche in on it. Is that right?
Yeah,
What
because
made
I'm getting.
you do that? I actually love the Cayman. I mean,
Yeah, I don't.
jokes aside, I know everyone gave you shit. You know the reason we made fun of your car?
I really don't like the Cayman anymore, to be honest with you.
No, but do you know why we made fun of the Cayman?
Yeah, because you wanted one.
No, because we can't afford it. Okay.
Because you wanted one, dummy.
Yeah, I do. I
didn't know
love the
that.
Cayman. I love.
You think
They're
I didn't know that?
160,000 in Australia now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I wanted to downsize because I'm gonna get I have another car coming that I'm excited about. That I'm
You're getting a
gonna
911?
doing a big unboxing. If you're fucking nice to me, maybe I'll do it here.
Okay.
How
Tell
was
me.
Sean? Oh
how-
no. Tell me. How was Geneva? How was that? I wanted to go, but I couldn't get off work.
Look, it was really good. It's a very expensive city,
Yeah,
but it is lovely. Okay.
that's good.
I had a fantastic hotel right in the heart of Geneva. I think I had the best location. But it was amazing. I had an amazing time. I really, really did enjoy myself.
You met Sean?
Sorry?
You met Sean, right? Was that your first
Yeah,
time meeting him?
he's cool. Sean is cool.
I love Sean. Sean's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a great guy. Tell me this. How do you find the i4?
It's good. I'm saving a lot of money, which is nice. I wasn't a big fan of
Meaning
electric.
gasoline. You didn't drive yours much, but did you?
What are we talking about? The Porsche?
Yeah.
I drove it a lot.
How many miles did it have?
Oh, I don't remember that, Arch. But there was a lot of miles when I took it back, or when I traded it in.
You gave it back to Porsche, or you sold it to Shane?
Oh, I sold it. I sold it outright to the dealer.
What did he give you?
I don't want to talk about that, dickhead. Don't ask me shit like that. You kidding me?
Okay, no, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, give me some conversation, Arch. What's going on?
Conversation. I'll give you
me
some
conversation.
Conversation. Tell me this seriously.
Okay.
You're in the watch front. What's happened to your watches? Tell me how many watches do you have? Because you sometimes go up and down a bit.
Yeah, I do. I'm down to
Story.
3. I still have my 3. So I have the BLNR. I have the back roll.
Can I bring it up? Can I bring the photo up, or you don't want me to do
just
that?
2. No, that's fine. I have the BLNR. I have my Speedy, and then I have the black Daytona, which I know you love.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I thought you got rid of all your Rolex. I thought you got rid of all of them. You still have some? You still have the Bluesy and the Explorer 2?
Yeah. No. I would never.
I thought you went all Breguet.
I would never get rid of
I thought you went
Rolex.
balls deep into Breguet.
No, I have, but I've still got. Okay, let's just bring it up on the screen. Let's bring up your beautiful pieces here, because I think these are well worth a look. Okay.
Okay, go nuts.
Have a look at this. There we go. Uzi's Playhouse, $10. Cheer up, Charlie. Thank you. Look at that Rolex.
What more does a man need, Arch?
I actually mentioned you in a paid review I did
I messaged you today. I saw it immediately. I was like, someone told me, and I went to go take a look. So I was like, oh, he's going to be talking shit. But it was very complimentary, so I appreciate it.
The black, but not to tell you, because I like to give you shit that you didn't get the Panda.
Why would I have got the Panda? I want the black. Black by
Come
black.
on, let's not be
looks like a
too.
Le Mans.
Let's not be so narcissistic, okay?
It's
You
true.
take anything you could get from
No,
it.
no,
Okay?
no. I turned down a Panda for this.
Come on, let's not push it,
It's
okay?
true. It's true. And I
Let's
turned
not
down a
push-
Pepsi. I turned down a Pepsi for my Batgirl.
Let's not be ridiculous, okay?
It's true, Arch. It's true. That's the true story, and I'm fucking sticking to it. You know, I handled the Le Mans, the white gold. I've handled one in person. I can't say whose it was, but I got to see it and I got to mess around with it. I don't know if it's worth the money. I got to be honest with you. I don't know if it's
Nothing's
worth all that
worth
money.
that. It's
No,
ridiculous.
but what is the Le Mans? What does it go for? What's the retail? Is it like 100,000? I don't remember.
It's some look. I honestly, I'm not in the. It's not a watch that interests
Someone
me.
in the
Okay?
chat. Someone in the chat, please. Okay, well, someone put it in the chat. But the money you have to spend to get that watch is the most ridiculous part of it. It's a great watch. I mean, fucking, if they offered it to me, I'd go running down to the AD. But it's just holding it next to stainless steel. I just couldn't justify it.
How would you pay for it, considering it is still expensive?
I'd just pay it outright.
You have spare money?
Yes, Arch.
Fuck.
Oh, what's next? What's next, Arch? You gonna ask me how much I have in the bank? You gonna ask
No,
me
no,
how much I make a year?
So tell me, what's happening to the economy? Is it tougher now? Is it easier? Or no difference for you?
For me, no difference. My life is pretty much the same. How about for you, Arch? How's life going for you with the economy?
Tougher.
Yeah.
Tougher.
You're still traveling the world, though, Arch. You're still being a jet setter.
A little bit. I'm cutting back. Actually, all travel stopped now. I probably only go to low-cost countries now.
Is the Le Mans 250,000? No.
Yeah,
it's white gold.
I don't know. I don't know if it actually sell. That's what the prices were kicking around.
Oh, really? Okay. No, but MSRP, I meant like, what is that? It's not over 100,000, is it?
No, MSRP is not. It's the thing is you can't get one, but you understand they're so.
That's what we're saying. Yeah.
It's just. Oh,
did you see the new Rolex releases?
Look at this.
Okay.
Watch Chat is joining us. Hello,
What's up,
Watch
people?
Chat. How are you?
Hi, Rolex. Hi, Archie.
Hello, Watch Chat. I want to ask you, Arch, before you say anything. You saw the new Rolexes, right? At Watches and Wonders, you went and saw the new releases. What did you think about some of the new releases? What did you think about the OPs? Let me ask you. Did you see the OPs, the beige and the mustard?
I gotta be totally honest with you. I am not somebody. I am not their target market who goes goo goo gaga over. You know, this is like General Motors in the 50s. Every fucking model in the 60s had to have new changes, right? You know what?
Okay.
You buy a Rolex. You tell me this, Erwin. You buy a Rolex because it's a timeless classic. You don't buy it for new model. Oh, you got last year's model. I mean, it's not a consumer. A Rolex used to be something you bought after many years. It was a sign of achievement. Now it tends to be a fucking.
I am so jealous of the one and dones. The guys who just buy one watch.
By douchebags. I mean, so many douchebags buy this shit and think their shit doesn't stink. I mean, Erwin, does it anger you? Does it anger you when people like HR come on and say it's a shitter Arch, it's a shitter Arch? Does that anger you, or how do you feel?
Well, I think in the end of the day, everyone has their own taste, and to each his own. I always say that, right? It's just because I prefer something doesn't mean that it's the universal truth. So I think in the end of the day, it's what brings a smile to your face. In the end of the day, is when you look at a watch, it must make you happy.
But you must admit, something like a Breguet, if Breguet didn't exist, Rolex
No one gives a fuck about Breguet. All right, can we get back to my original question? What did you think about the Rolexes and Watches and Wonders?
Okay. I tell you what I thought.
Tell me to come on here. I ask you a question, you're not answering it.
I quite like the pastel. I like the Land Dweller.
Okay. Oh, so you handled the new Land Dweller?
I didn't handle one, but I could see it in behind glass.
Okay. I heard it looks small. The full size looked very small.
Yeah. Because I think
it's pretty thin, right?
It's thinner. Look, it's very it's really just a date just. It's just a different play on the date.
Interesting.
Did
Did
it's
you like the
very much.
case at all? The intricated, like, did
I,
you like
I
the case? How it
look.
went to the bracelet?
Obviously, anything Rolex is going to be high quality. It's well
Yeah.
done. It's not sloppy.
Okay.
Look, it's really good. If they offered me, let me put it this way, okay? Say they offered me a Land Dweller or a Pepsi, I'd take the Pepsi.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Do
Do
you
you
know
think
what
the
I'm
land
saying?
dwellers are going to go over retail? Like, do you think they're going to go crazy?
Oh,
double,
they
triple
have.
retail?
They have already. They have
They already
already.
have? Oh, I haven't
I
seen
mean,
it. Okay.
they're so look. Of course, anything new that's going to go hype crazy, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, see what I don't like about Watches and Wonders or Basil World is that people they turn this into hype. Like it's this year's fashion, then last year's are out. You want this year's model. The whole point of buying a Rolex, a Breguet, a Patek is they are timeless. They don't really age. You see,
Oh my
like
God, dude. What the fuck? Okay, sure.
no, you don't think that way.
Maybe forget what I was going to ask you. Oh, did you know there was a 40% increase at Watches and Wonders this year for attendance? It grew by 40% from the year before. Did you notice there was a lot more people from last year?
Yeah, no, it was very crowded. It was crowded.
It was interesting.
Yeah, a lot of queues. They had a lot of lines there.
Okay.
But I must tell you, the best. See, for me, Erwin, I'm more impressed by that new Breguet that's come out. Did you see that Breguet?
Yeah, that single hand, one hand.
I love the box. Did you see the box?
No, I didn't see the box.
What they did was they've got a special red box that is it's like an old Breguet box they used to do.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm still here. I just got to mute for a second. I'm still here though.
It's incredible. That's kind of I'll be honest with you. I like the Rolex. What they did, okay, they brought some different pastels out. They did the land. Okay. I get it.
What do you think of the what people have been making? Well, people have been making comparison with the Land Dweller and the PRX.
Look, it's got that integrated bracelet. It's got that same sort of look. I get the vibe, right? It's very Gerald Gentry-esque. You know, that's what it is. All this PRX is a copy of something else, which is a copy. Look, the honest truth is those Gerald Gentry integrated bracelets came out with the Royal Oak, the Nautilus, and they filtered through. IWC had one. They had some different that 70s period. Even if you look at something like an Omega Speedmaster Mark II, they had that integrated look bracelet. The reality is, I think it's a good Rolex. I got to tell you something, man.
Yes, I'm back.
You need to get a Breguet. Okay?
No, I'm never going to do that. So the pastel OPs, what did you think of them? Boring?
I think it's really cool, but if I had a choice, if a dealer said to me, okay, you can have a pastel OP or you can have a Pepsi.
Yeah. Obviously, but I thought it was definitely interesting colors. I would have never guessed that in a million years.
No, I think it's boring. When money's tight, let me tell you something. When money's tight, meaning sales are in a slump, they do little changes that don't cost a lot, like having different color dial or a little bit of like. Vacheron has got a new. They released some Patrimony, some watches with different dials. It was really well done, but it's not really groundbreaking. You want to see new complications or new this, new that. What the world wants in Rolex is a Coke. That's what we want.
Oh, of course, and then Rolex is going to put it out in white gold first.
Look, they just be assholes to deal with, but the reality is really I think they were really cool, but I don't get any of that stuff. I don't like to lick the AD's ass. I like to buy things that impress me. Now I got to tell you, Rolex, you're a good man. Rolex is you got your car under wraps there. Fire away, Rolex. That 2-piece. Look at that.
Mm.
Oh,
and the Speedy, and I got a Speedy.
I
still have a Speedy.
reckon
always keep
if I
Speedy
were
on me.
you, I'd probably sell the Speedy.
No, that's the hard dude. You have no idea the hell that I'm living with that Speedy, Arch. You have no idea.
Why is that?
I can't sell. It's like my 5th Speedy. I can't sell it. I can't sell the
But I
fucking
mean,
thing.
wouldn't you be better off have a GMT, a
I would just do
chronograph,
these two. If I
and a
lost my
diver?
Speedy,
What about a dive watch?
No, he needs
no,
he needs a
no.
dress watch, Archie.
Thank
He
you.
needs a dress watch.
Yes, Erwin gets it. If I was, let's say, going to add a third, I would get rid of my Speedy and add a third. I would get like
A
what would I get?
Reverso.
No, I get like a
1908.
Tortu. No, I
Since
get
you
like a
like
Tortu.
Rolex.
I get Cartier. I get like a Tortu. Something nice, like a tank. I get like a tank. A nice thin dress watch.
JLC's better than that.
I think Cartier is such a great bang per buck. You know, OC said something to me once, and I was like, God, he nailed it on the head. I was at like a nice restaurant, and he's like, Cartier is one of those brands where you could be in a room with people that are wearing Patek Philippe,
I'll be back.
Breguet. This motherfucker just leaves. Right in the middle of a thought, this piece of shit. Or you know how much this guy's been trying to get me on stream, and he's like, all right, you're in the middle of the, I gotta go.
I'm here for you, Rolex. Tell me, yeah.
Cartier punches way above its weight class, essentially. You could wear it in a very nice restaurant amongst people that are wearing crazy watches, Patek, AP, and all that. And that Cartier will fit in. It won't it won't stand out. It'll look like you're just a rich guy. So yeah, I like Cartier a lot.
But don't you think that for Cartier, it's I find Cartier watches. I mean, I do own a Cartier, and I find that the brand is very strong, but in terms of the value you're getting back from the movement and the finishing, do you think it's worth the price?
But here's the thing: if you get a Cartier tank on the second hand, what is that, like $4,000, $5,000? Like they're so. You're saying like the price, like at that price point. I think they're awesome.
You're talking tank solo, aren't you?
Yeah, at that price point, the second hand, they're so good. They're so good.
Fair enough.
They're like Speedies. That's my opinion, at least.
Yeah, you definitely need to get a dress watch.
I would add a dress watch, but in reality, let's say if I was to lose my Speedy, I don't even think I'd add a third. I love the idea of just being a one watch guy. I would just, I could easily just come down to my Daytona and that's it.
Yes.
One watch.
Do you need
car.
the money?
Respect.
No, I don't need. That's the thing. Like, if I needed the money, then obviously I would sell my Simba. For what? What would I do with it?
Respect.
Yeah. So there's no.
Are you dating at the moment?
Oh my god, with these questions. Yeah, I am actually.
How's that going?
You want to see photos, Arch? You want to pull up photos of that? That's what this fucking guy wants to do, Erwin.
Do it.
You dating? Let me see a photo. Let me pull it up. What does she do for work? How much does she make? That was Arch. What are you eating, Arch? That's a better question. What are you eating?
Seaweed biscuits.
Seaweed biscuits?
Seaweed biscuits.
I got to tell you, I think instead of getting a Cartier, why don't you get a Breguet?
Okay, I'll entertain you. What Breguet would you tell me to buy? And pull up a photo of it.
How about the?
I got to be honest with you.
Pull a photo up. Let me see it.
Pull a photo up, Archie. The
stop eating. Pull a photo up.
I'm pulling it up now. 1 minute.
Subscription, is it? Is that how you pronounce it? Subscription?
Yeah, I'm calling it up. 1 minute. There was a video I want to show you.
And then, Archie, you can tell us what you think of that new Breguet. I've got my concerns though, but we'll talk about that later.
Are you just trying to sell me a Breguet? Or what? You know what, Breguet? You need this one. I'll give you a good deal on it.
Have a look at this, okay? Have a look at this. This is the new one. Show it to you, okay? Tell me what you think. Just be completely neutral, okay?
Let's have a look.
I'm neutral. I'm a neutral guy. I don't see anything. I literally don't see anything.
a watch that has just.
What do you think of that? Do you like the box, Owen?
I still prefer their wooden box. You know. What do you think? This red box just reminds me of Cartier.
I think if you've got a few Breguets, it'll be cool to have this one, don't you think?
Fair enough. Yep. Just to have some variety.
What do you think? Rolex, what do you think?
Boring. Boring. I mean, listen. I'm not gonna play the HR stick. I think it's a nice watch.
The new
obviously.
Classique subscription 2025 is based on Breguet's subscription pocket watches. So in 1796,
yes,
look at it.
It's really the first.
How big is this? What is this?
40 millimeter.
41?
40.
Term process really
40 mil.
The market.
Yeah.
If I'm getting a dress watch,
So
I'd want something smaller and thinner.
Basically, instead of just producing a bunch of
I want to go
watches,
very small and thin for a dress watch.
Get a 37 traditional then. Get a 37 traditional.
You know what I really like? There's this TV show on Apple right now with John Hamm. It's called Your Friends and Neighbors.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Owen, look at that. It's got one hand. One hand.
Yeah, I'll tell you my concerns with that later. Yeah. Sorry, Rolex, you were saying.
Yeah, there's this show. Okay,
It's got one hand. What do you think of that?
Keep going, Arch. You want to talk Breguets?
Well, the thing is,
one hand.
Now the thing with I can understand one hand on a pocket watch because it's large enough for you to read the time. But if it's I've not seen the real watch yet, so I'm not too sure with 40 millimeter. Is it going to be difficult for you to read the time with one hand? You get what I mean, Archie? Of course, the smaller it is, the more difficult it is. But with 40 millimeter, it may work. I'm not too sure. Yeah, that's my concern with one hand movement. But yeah, they did it very nicely.
Now, you guys were talking there. What were you talking about? Come on, let's get back to you.
Yes, back to me. You know a watch I really like, but I think it might be too big? The Cartier Drive. I think it might be a little too big. But I actually really like that watch. Do you know who John Hamm is? Do you guys know who John Hamm is from Mad Men?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on a new Apple show and he's wearing that watch. I see it and I go, that's a nice watch. That's a nice fucking watch. Have you guys seen it? It's called Your Friends and Neighbors. Have you guys seen that show?
No.
It's about a rich guy stealing his friend's wristwatches. It's pretty cool. Yeah, he still like the first episode he steals someone's 5711. In the second episode he steals his rich friend's RM. And they're so rich that they don't even know it's missing. It's so good. I think you'd like it, Arch. Erwin, check it out.
Yeah, giving me
What's
ideas
it called?
now.
Your Friends and Neighbors. Ocean did a video about it. Ocean did a video about it recently.
Cool.
Yeah. But yes, the Cartier Drive.
That's pretty
I think
huge,
it's a cool
right?
watch. But it's big. That's the thing. It's a big watch. I think it's 42 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's discontinued. That's a pretty good looking watch. Yeah. But I thought
Let's
you
have a
wanted
look at the
something
preview
smaller.
for that movie. Let's have a look at the preview for that series, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Go nuts.
Here we
I
go.
would
Let's
plug
have a look.
Ocean, but I don't know Archie would like that.
Would ever suspect a guy like me?
Your friends and neighbors.
How are the kids? Oh, they're fine.
You know, actually, okay.
Wife, ex-wife.
Well, I gotta deliver some bad news. You're fired.
What? Viewed from a certain perspective, life boils down to a series of interconnected decisions. You get the house, the cars, the stuff. But how the hell could everything go so wrong so fast?
Has anyone ever told you that you talk a lot?
Well, I misplaced my inner monologue and my wife right around the same time.
How you doing, Coop? You okay?
Hey, you two. Can I just say, I love that you had such a friendly divorce.
Hi.
Hi. You know, it's getting harder to pretend that nothing's going on.
I just need to know how long I could float on.
How does he have sex with that sexy Asian lady? That's what I want to know.
He drives a Gran Turismo in it. Oh my god!
You hooked me in, Rolex. You're a fucking plant. You hooked me. I love it.
It's
You
so
see how
good.
many Hermes were there?
Oh, there's the last episode. He's stealing Hermes purses from one of the neighbors.
I've been thinking.
It's
Really good.
These houses.
How long can he float? Why does he get fired? What sort of job did he have?
He was a investment banker or something like that. He gets fired and loses his job.
And why does he say how long could I float for? What does he mean?
He's got bills. His wife. He's going through a divorce. His wife cheated on him, and he's still paying for the house and the kids, country club memberships, schools. So yeah, his accountant. He's asking like, how long can I last? And he's like 2-3 months at most.
Archie, you see any resemblance there?
Yeah, this is pretty much the story of you, Arch.
I like this. Is actually a really good series. I like.
Listen, I don't want to plug Oshin.
Oh fuck!
Archie,
look at that. You see that? Look at that. Look at that, Hermes.
I don't want to plug Oshin, but when you're done, take a look at his video about this because he shows clips. When John Hamm goes to steal the watch, he does like a little information on each piece that he's stealing. So when he grabs the Patek Philippe, he goes 5711 40mm watch, Patek Philippe, the greatest watch a man can own. It's really cool, actually. And he does that for Patek. He does that for RM, Hermes. He does a little spiel on it. It's pretty good.
For a while.
Thanks, man. Thanks for introducing this.
Rich guy loses his big job, has liquidity problems, turns to petty crime. That's not savvy, that's stupidity.
Maybe it's just desperation.
That's the first honest thing you've said. I'll give you 65 for it.
6,500 or 65,000?
I don't remember. But it's good stuff, Arch. It's good stuff.
Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah.
Your friends and neighbors.
You're getting a super chat, big boy, from John C.
That's super chat.
John C, $2. AC3, thoughts on the BMW Z8? Rolex needs a tailor. The Z8, in my opinion, was one of the best BMW Roadsters ever made. We never got it in Australia. It was mainly...
Was that the collectible? Like the Z4 was the one that everyone got, but the Z8 was more of the collectible.
Well, the Z8
right?
was a V8. That was the V8 one.
Yeah.
And we never had them in Australia. I think they were amazing. I always wanted one, okay?
One of the nicest grills that BMW's ever produced. Like that front end. Very nice.
Let me just watch the end of this quickly. It'll go the other way.
Sorry, guys. Seriously? What were you doing that was more important than this?
For a guy with no job, we sure are busy. If you get caught, there will be penalties.
I needed that money. Tell me the truth. It was your job to fight for Mom, for us.
I'm in trouble.
I'll bet.
You ever look at something you've been staring at for so long, you suddenly realize you stopped seeing it a long time ago?
It's not yours if you can't keep it.
What'd you get up to last night?
Oh, not much.
Why was he keying a car? That's not really cool, Lola.
That was his wife. That wasn't John Hamm. John Hamm would never do that.
Who? You remember when John Hamm was on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, I didn't watch all of that though, but I know he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Archie, what do you think about the Gran Turismo? He drives one of those in the show. Do you like those?
My friend has got a Stradale. Okay.
Okay.
I what do I think of a Gran Turismo? I got one on my desk. Okay. Hey, look at that. There you go. What have I got on my desk? You know what 2 cars I have on my printer here? Gran Turismo and an M8. There you go. You busted me, okay? That's the 2 cars I love. M8 and Gran Turismo.
M8?
Sorry?
You like the M8, Arch? You like the
Do I
M8?
like that? Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think it's beautiful. No, you don't think
Okay.
so? I love the 8 series.
What is the what is the modern 8 series? What's the modern? It's just the 8 series. Or is it 840? Is that the new modern 8 series?
They do an 840 and an 850.
Yeah, I know someone that has the 840. Very nice.
I'll be right,
Very nice
guys. I'll be right back. Just need to
All right,
refill
all
my
right.
coffee. Yeah.
I got to be honest with you there. Did you see my video on cleaning the Beamer? Do you want to see that?
You sent it to me like 5 times. Yes, I saw it, dude. It's good. I get
What's
it.
that? The half wash. No?
BMWs are better for getting laid. Yes, I get it.
No. You didn't see this video. I'll show you this video, okay? Watch this.
All right.
This is a video I only made yesterday, okay?
Okay.
Tell me
Go
what you
nuts.
think of this, okay? I want to
Go
hear your
nuts.
advice. You've cleaned the Beamer, you clean the luxury car, whether it is a BMW or it's an Audi. You've cleaned the bastard, and then what's happened is it's been fucking raining. What the fuck do you do? Now, because you've waxed the car in the past, the top part is okay, but the bottom part and the wheels are filthy. So we're going to do a half wash. Half wash, that's right. So let's have a look here. What are we going to do? Well, for starters, I use a cheaper shampoo. I'm going to use that. That's for the wheels. I'm getting my bucket ready here. I'm going to do a half wash, basically clean the wheels. That'll bring up the car really nicely. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a half wash on the bottom half of the car. So normally I use a 2-bucket system. We don't need to be so pedantic. We're just going to be we're basically going to be giving the thing a bit of a wash. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the 2 bucket buckets. So even though we're
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 watching Archie wash his car.
What do you think, Rolex and Spun?
I don't know how we ended up here.
Rolex, what do you think?
So
I think it's great,
Once we've
man.
done
You're
the
getting
rinse,
outside, you're getting some fresh air.
this will really bring
I'm
it
gonna
up.
show
I'm
you
gonna
a half
some
wash,
cardio cleaner. Look at this.
I don't know what that fucking means.
Half wash.
Is that
Look
your
at
wife's
this.
car? Is that your wife's
I got
Audi in there?
I use a milk crate. No, this is my car.
That's
Sorry?
your wife's car in the garage, right?
Sorry?
Your wife's car. It's in the garage, right?
The
Like, you got
Audi.
The Audi. How do you?
No. Well, I had to. Normally mine stays there, but I got to wash my car.
Okay.
Look at this. Half wash to sit down, and that way there. Let me show. Same token. Look at this. Look, how's that? I'm cleaning the wheels. Look. So, what do you
I think
think?
this is A-grade content. Don't you agree, Erwin?
We're going to give the
That's-
wheels. So this
this
is
is
every
stuff-
crevice. Look,
this is
look.
stuff
See, the
people
big
wanna
thing is,
see.
it's not the water that makes it look
I'm
dull.
getting a hard on watching
Oh my
this.
God. Erwin, what do
It's
you
the
drive?
dust
What kind of car do you have?
So you're going to
Ah,
run it around.
you're gonna hate me for this. I drive a
Oh,
Tesla.
what is it? You drive a Tesla?
also
Which
got-
one?
Yeah.
3S? What do you have?
Why?
The Y.
Look at this.
Okay.
I'm just showing you.
Those are cool.
Big boy.
Hey, listen, I don't have. I think
Wait,
it's
I wanna get
crazy
this
the hate
bitch
Teslas get.
looking
They're
like-
actually cool cars.
Because that's
Cool.
what.
I don't mind them. I don't mind them.
Look at this. Look at this. So now I've gone around with a different sponge.
Now-
I'm using a different sponge.
Whilst we're doing that,
Why do you have the volume on the
idea.
video?
So there we go. That's the
Is the
side
commentary
done.
that necessary?
Let's get this bitch rinsed.
What do you think?
Rinsing her
What?
now.
You turn
Make
the
sure you give a
volume down.
thorough rinse. Very important.
Is that you?
What do you
Archie?
think? What do you think? What do you think? That's a half wash. Yeah, that's I did it last night. It needed a half wash.
Clean the wheels.
What do you think?
I think this is great, Arch.
This is what I
I
use.
think
Well,
this
I'm
is
using
the,
the
this is
body
the content people want to see. Us watching a video of you washing your car.
which
I
because
like how you have
I haven't
your-
got
your
the time. I got to
cactus.
get ready for the bitches.
Archie, turn
bitches! Oh, the
turn the
bitches!
volume down.
Wash,
I
really.
can't
It's a
hear
half
Erwin. I
wash.
can't hear you.
Which sometimes
This is crazy. You shot the video.
I thought you
You
said
could give
turn
us
it up.
commentary. No, I said turn it off. Turn the volume off. You shot the fucking thing. You could give
so
us
easy to
commentary.
do. Quick wax, just to do some.
What did you think of that half wash?
Okay, I don't know.
What did you
Erwin,
think?
What did you think? What did you think, Erwin? Tell the class, what did you think?
It's kind of counterintuitive. Why
He's
don't
just
you
getting
do
the
a
car
full
dirty.
wash? Why do you do a half
Exactly.
wash?
Exactly.
But I like how you have the cactus
What did you think?
underneath the fence. So anyone who were to climb over the fence, they'll be greeted
Yeah.
by your cactus.
John Hamm tries to break in. He's going to get fucking
Yes.
stung
Yeah.
up. Okay. I love it. That's great. Archie, one watch, one car. What are you choosing before I go? One watch, one car.
Okay, as a car, I'd take a Z8.
That's your one car, a Z8?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Sure.
One watch.
Z8.
One watch.
Okay.
One watch.
Yeah, one watch. Z8.
Bluesy.
You're taking a bluesy and a Z8.
No, I'd actually a dream. I'd take a solid gold bluesy. Okay.
Solid. Okay, you wouldn't change the car. That's the first thing I would have done. Would have changed the car. Okay.
What would you take? One watch, one car.
One watch, one car. Well, Erwin, you go first because I want to give you the exact model of it.
Oh. One watch, one car. I would like to consider the what's that? The Lotus, what's it called? Elantra? Is it?
The Elantra?
Yeah, Lotus Elantra.
Okay. Okay.
That's my one car. The watch, one watch. That would have to be my Patek Philippe Nautilus.
Ooh, okay. A Nautilus?
No. I'm not going to allow you. You're a reggae man.
Reggae man.
You're a reggae man. You can't do that to me.
One watch, Archie. I don't have a choice here. It's a one watch
Reggae. Fuckface. Reggae.
No, I still have that thing for the 5990. You know, the one watch collection whereby you have a GMT, a chronograph, and a watch with diver capability all in one piece. But yes, the next watch will have to be a Brigade, definitely. And I still love my tradition now.
Okay.
Yeah, Rolex,
right.
your turn.
Here's what I'm getting. I'm getting a 991 Porsche. So the body previous to the current generation. I like that 911. I think that's a great 911. I get that. And then I probably
I got to give you kudos. You know, one thing I respect about you, you don't just want the latest model, the current model. You actually say, no, I actually prefer this. That's what pisses me off with OC. He's got the platinum date, and he says, oh, I wish I had the new model. Well, get fucked. Get fucked. I like.
Well, can you pull it up?
That's how you know.
It's a platinum. I like OC's date, and I know he was talking about switching it out for the fluted bezel, but I think his is so nice, so I wouldn't if I was him. But yeah, the 991 Porsche 911, I would get that. Try to get the latest of that year, and then 5167 Aquanaut. That'd be my two piece. 5167.
Oh.
Yeah, simple 300.
White gold?
If I could afford it. I mean, I would want to get the stainless
I love
steel.
the blue. I love the 516, the blue, the blue dial or the grenade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would want something precious metal if I'm going to be a one and done.
Precious
that's what
metal.
I would do. Two piece arch, Aquanaut, and a 911. That's all you need.
Man, I gotta tell you something. Fuck. It's Erwin, you wouldn't pick that, would you?
What?
Am I off on the 5167? Okay, what about the 5164? Would you do that, Arch?
I'd only do the Aquanaut if it was the white gold. I'd have to get. I'd only do it if it was the white gold one. You know what I mean? Like, I love the white gold with the blue dial. Okay, that's what I'd have to do. I'd have to do that.
5168 then.
Lolex.
A simple
I wanna
Aquanaut
say-
though would be crazy. Simple Aquanaut would be crazy. Even if I just got in stainless steel, simple three-hander, nice 911. That's all you need. I'd be happy with those two.
True.
Yeah, I got to tell you
All right.
something.
I got to wrap it up. Boys.
See you there, Rolex.
Erwin, it was great chatting with you. Archie.
Likewise.
Always a pleasure.
Please come again.
Oh my God. All right. Definitely.
And man, I got to tell you something. How do you find going from the Cayman?
All right, this was great, guys.
to the
We'll talk to you
i4?
later.
How do you find going from the Cayman to the i4? Is it more space? How do you find that? I think we've lost him.
He's gone. Right.
Rolex.
Archie,
Rolex.
Bye bye.
Okay, Erwin.
guy.
Seriously, tell me really, what did you think of that new Breguet? Fuck it. I think it's sexy.
Well, like I say, I think it's nice, but I kind of wish that they kept that, that coin age on the case. The coinage design on the case. Because the case here looks a little bit too simple, I feel, as compared to the previous traditional. But yeah, it looks great. It's nice, it's a Grandview enamel dial.
If you look at the pocket watch it was based off, it didn't have the coin edging on the pocket watch. That's why they've copied that.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So, yeah, I think, but Archie, it's freaking expensive. It's freaking expensive. That's like what, 250, I think it's 250,000 ringgit Malaysia. What's it like in
85,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah, there you go. That's
I mean, the thing is, the stupid thing is, can I say this to you?
Yeah.
As beautiful as it is, and I think it's a good size, 40 mil.
Yes, definitely.
It is a cool dress watch. Let me just say this to you.
Say
it is cool. The only thing is, for the same money.
Yep.
Actually, for less money. Okay. Less money.
Yep.
You could have those three. What would you rather have if they said, okay, you could have those three? And you look at these three, you got the enamel dial on the first one. You've got the exposed movement, like that's the balance wheel on the back of the other one. And you've even got a sports one on the end there. Wouldn't you get 3 rows, 3 of those? Wouldn't that be better value? I'll be honest with you. It should be priced the same as this one here. See this one here?
Yeah.
That should be the same price as that one there. But
what's the retail for that, huh?
That's about just under 40 Australian, 39,000 Australian.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is that's half the price of that new one. That's what it should be. It should be the same price as that one retail.
Yeah, more or less there. Yeah, I agree.
5,000 more, but to double it is ridiculous. I mean,
yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I like the red box, but I prefer the wooden box.
Yeah. True.
If you only had one Breguet, would you want that red box? Like, I love the red box. For my collection, it'd be beautiful to have it because it's got the special red box, right?
Yeah.
But do you like the white box? Have you seen the white Breguet box?
Yes, I have. No, I don't like the white box because over time that white kind of fade and it turns yellow.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does. So I still prefer the wooden box. That's what I
I
think.
see.
Why, you getting a white box?
No, I thought they used the white box for ladies' watches, but I did see someone who had a man's watch in the white box.
No, I think the white box is kind of like the older models, I think. Was it the white box, then they moved to the wooden box? I think. Not too sure. But anyway.
Yeah,
Archie,
I got it.
Yeah,
go on.
I've sent you a picture of a video of a watch.
Yeah,
You check it out and let me
I
think what
love
you-
the attention to detail. The only problem is, can I tell you honestly?
You don't know what brand that is.
No, it's okay. Let me guess. Is this expensive or is this a cheap watch?
Oh no, it is expensive.
I'm just bringing it up now. It's
Sure.
coming up now. And I got to tell you that the colors are so vibrant.
Yeah, and the thing with that, it's the green.
Oh, why isn't it coming up? I can't see it. Can you see it on the screen? Why isn't it coming up?
Nope, I can't see. Oh, it's loading. It's
There it
loading.
is. Fuck, that color. I've never look. It's like a Patek clasp. It's very chunky, but that green is mesmerizing. Breguet
And-
numerals.
And that green, the Breguet hands, and that green has lume on it. So at night you see that.
And I like the way they've got the numerals at the top part, but the bottom part doesn't have. How much is this thing? What is this thing? Tell me what it is, please.
CVDK, it's a brand from the Netherlands, and they are an independent watch brand.
Yeah.
This one, I believe they call it the Real Moon Jaw. I think that's what they call it. The CVDK Real Moon Jaw. I'm not too sure. It's not on their website yet in terms of price. I think this is one of their latest release. But the normal watch would probably cost around, for this piece, I'm trying to figure out how much would it cost. Yeah, we're looking at the high end pricing, probably around ringgit Malaysia, 6 figures. I'm not too sure how much it costs. It doesn't state the price, but yeah, it costs around 6 figure ringgit Malaysia.
So how does that compare? That's half the price of the Breguet.
Probably similar. The price of a Breguet.
And is that enameled? What's that dial there?
Well, it's lume, It's the dial itself is actually lume, the one that you see here. So it's painted on, I believe. And so at night you see that mystic lume, like the Northern Lights, and it has that moon at the 6 o'clock, which is carved. They do a pretty good job, the finishing it's fantastic. It looks very good. They even have one with a green meteorite dial on this piece. It has about 60
My
hours.
God, what do you think?
What do you think of this? This is amazing. I mean, this.
I really. Why is it so thick? But it's a 3D moon. Is it? Why is it so thick?
Yes, it is. It is a 3D moon. So you have that moon that sits underneath the dial. So that's why I think it has that level of thickness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it has that in-house movement.
Because I just think it's very thick. You know what I mean? It's really thick. Do you like it that thick, or how do you feel about that?
Well, I think to a certain extent, I know people have been wanting to get watches that are thin and small, but I've always felt that watches shouldn't be too thin. It should have a certain height in it so that it's visible. But yes, this is a little bit.
I'm just burning some wax seal. I'm just burning some wax for a seal. I'm doing a seal as we speak.
Do it. So I think it is a little bit thick, but then it's still acceptable to me. I feel. I mean, for a watch, I mean, compare this with something like a Jacob and Co, which it's thick. You know. I mean, like this one. This is pretty thick, don't you think?
I think I had a friend who worked for Christian van der Kloe. They're a Swiss brand, right? I think he worked for them, right?
No, they're a brand from the Netherlands.
Oh, this is the Netherlands, isn't it? Sorry, that's
Yeah.
another brand. Sorry.
Yeah. They're a brand from the Netherlands.
What do you
they actually
think yourself?
Yeah.
What do you think of this thing?
I love the space. This is it's awesome. I love how creative they are in terms of with the dial and how they actually paint it.
Yeah.
And how it actually there's actually lume on it. You know, they do quite crazy planetarium watches, and they have like the smallest planetarium in the world on their watches. You should check that out. And
Oh, you're joking.
yeah, and so if you were to get a planetarium watch, I mean, you see the rest of the other planets rotating on your dial, like Mars, I think Jupiter as well, and if you were to get that watch, they actually it comes along with a watch winder, so that to ensure that the planets, so to make sure that your watch don't stop, so that your planets can continue to rotate around it.
Oh, I see. Because that's the big, with IWC, IWC's perpetual calendar, it tells you the year.
Yeah.
If you fuck that up, you need to send it to IWC to reset.
Yeah. So with Christian van der Kloe, it comes along with a watch winder.
What do you think? The thickness, would that piss you off? That's the only thing I don't like, is it's so fucking thick.
Okay, let's see if I can get the exact measurement of that piece. I think it may not be as thick as it looks. 40 milli. It's a 40 millimeter case. No, there's no details on that. What do you reckon? Do you think it's about 13 millimeter?
Yeah, 14 maybe.
14.
Because is the moon? It's 3D. It's 3D. Is it?
It is. Yeah, it is 3D. Yeah. Well, some people think it's too thick, so. But for me, I think it's okay. I've got thicker watches, like my HYT. Which is even thicker.
My Breguet's thick, but that's cool thick. You know what I mean? It's only. What metal is this made of?
White. What's this? This is made of. Okay, it's white gold.
Oh, it's white gold.
It's white gold. Yeah. So we're talking probably Breguet level. Now this is thick.
Fuck.
This is thick. This is a HYT.
Why is it so thick?
This one, the HYT.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's the reason why it's thick.
It's so. I love it, man. I love that watch. Have you had any? Tell me this. Are they going to do a Breguet launch? Would you go to the Breguet to see that new Breguet? Would you go to that? Would you go to that event?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think I will definitely want to check it out. It's a 40 millimeter watch. So like I said, my concern is I don't know if it's easy to read at that size, especially when it's if it's a single single-hand watch.
What
I don't
does
know if
Breguet think? What does Breguet think of people who buy their watches secondhand? Can I ask you that?
I don't think they think
What
much
does
of that.
Breguet think of people who buy their watches secondhand?
I don't know, Archie. I don't think they think much of them. To be honest,
Tell me that.
Well, I think to a certain extent they probably appreciate that that there is some love in the community on Breguet watches, and that's why I don't think they mind. But they also have to realize that once their watches leave the store, it drops like at least 30%. So they need to realize that as well. So I think
You don't think they realize that, or
I think they do, but are they doing anything about it? Breguet doesn't acknowledge them. Well,
let me ask you:
yeah.
if you had to go to a dinner, which Breguet would you strap on there?
The white one, the classic. Wear the classic.
The classic.
Yeah. If you're talking about a black tie event, yeah, the classic. It's nice.
I think you're right. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
It is. It is really nice. And the fact that you can get it at the price that you got it,
yeah,
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
Yes, it's worth it. Yeah, I think so myself. I think price is very important to me. You understand that, don't you?
Definitely. But don't get any ideas.
I can't just pay.
Don't get any ideas.
Like I mean, seriously, why do you think they made that new Breguet so expensive? Why did they do that?
I don't know. I think it's a new movement, right? I think that's a new movement. They came out with a new movement, and I think I'm still waiting for the technical details on how they make the case, etc. You know. So I'm not too sure to what is there any form of complexity when it comes to making the case and the dial. So until the details are released, I can't say why, and I think it's the price is just ridiculous for now.
Yeah, I mean, you agree, don't you? It's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
It's
Archie,
beyond ridiculous.
You've got a super chat, and the Panthers wants to know. Bring up the super chat.
Oh, here we got John Weeham, 5 Swiss francs. Who's the nastiest turd in the YouTube watch world? Foo. There's some nasty turds. Who do you think the nastiest turd?
I'm not going to say anything.
I got to be totally honest with you. You know what? I would have to say, I don't know. I don't like to concentrate on nastiness. I can tell you nicest person. Erwin's the nicest.
Oh, thank you, Archie.
But nastiest. I'd probably say the nastiest turd in the YouTube. I'd say it'd be Narc. He's just a real cunt. Sorry, show us your box there. What interesting stuff have you got in your box?
No, I don't have much here. I think all I have is the HYT. Well, the rest are in my safe. The HYT that I have here, and the Nevada Gretchen. We talked about this before, right? The Nevada Gretchen.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. I love the way it looks so fucking retro, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, yeah, and
How much was that?
Pretty affordable. That's
What's the retail on that?
$1,000 USD.
That's nothing.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, do check them out. They're pretty cool. This watch brand, Nevada Gretchen, they do make quite a few vintage retro style watch. They've got the cool diver watches.
Now, Erwin,
I
am serious about coming to Malaysia soon. What is happening in the watch world? It's interesting stuff. Tell me some interesting stuff.
Waiting for you to come by. Well, to be honest with you, it's these days it's with the economy, it's kind of quiet. So I'm sure it's the same everywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So-
Look, Erwin, I tried to sell a few watches off. I tried to sell a Seiko and an IWC.
Were you able to?
No, I haven't really pushed it. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really pushed it. But
yeah,
it is the market. A lot of people want to trade or swap. I want money. I don't want, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? It's just very
I know what you mean, but
time
I think
waster.
This is probably not the best time to sell anything because, like you say, time waster. There'll be a lot of tire kickers, and I think probably the second half of the year will be a better time to sell because I think that's where the economy will be better. Second half of the year, and that's where people will have extra cash, extra money to buy extra stuff. So you probably have a better chance of selling your stuff later on, not now. Keep them for now, Archie. Yeah, I know what you mean, and I've been trying to sell some pieces as well, but it's not easy. So I've decided to take them off the market and wait for the second half of the year. And guess what? Which one?
Sometimes. Which watch? Not the Breguet.
No. It's a Rolex. It's a Rolex.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm trying to sell the
trying to get
Wimbledon.
rid of what?
The Wimbledon.
Oh, okay,
The big
yeah. Geez, I would have thought that'd be what size? 40 or 36?
40.
41 or 36? Sorry?
41. 41. That's the 41.
Geez, that's no, the market is tough. The market is very.
I know, right? So imagine this, even when I try to sell a Rolex in this market, there are no takers. So I don't think it's the right time. So
No.
I don't know.
No, I think you're right. It is very it's very tough like that. But the important thing is don't discount, don't sell too low, just fucking hold. You've got to know when to take things off the market. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you've just got to know, look, it's not the right time. And it's quite frustrating because the market was very high before. It's very frustrating because it is it's frustrating because we had such good times. We're used to. I honestly like buying shit. I don't like just selling shit. You know what I mean? I like to buy stuff, okay?
Yep.
And when the market is so bad, it just makes you realize, fuck, it's really, I used to like buying stuff, have it for a while, then you sell it, try something else. Well, you can't do that if you can't turn over the stock. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. And you know what?
And I find that really tough.
And the funniest thing is, well, you see most transaction occurring during the COVID period.
Yeah.
Somehow people have like they have extra cash because they're not traveling, and that's where you see a lot of purchases, new acquisition, because they need to spend that extra cash, so they end up buying watches during the COVID period.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you're probably not working during that time, right? Because it's COVID.
No.
But people do
No.
still spend. What about the punters?
Oh,
What
look.
is the punter thing?
The funny thing is, you know, it's at the very high end. Things are still selling.
Now?
It's very frustrating that it's just a sign of the economy in general. You can't take it. You just got to accept it. I mean, but that's why I always say to people, buy something you love. If you're stuck with it, it doesn't matter. If you
absolutely.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised Rolex was a bit hard. I think maybe you might have to adjust your price,
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Like you say, I shouldn't price it too low. So it should be reasonable, because you don't want to you don't want to tank the market, tank the price.
No.
Yeah. Just like that. Yeah.
Speaking of which, guys, it's time for us to wrap this baby up. I want to thank my sponsors today. Sponsors who super chatted. We had Rich Mitch, GD, Patel Philippe, John C, Ken Fresno, GD, Yankee Doodle, GD, John C, Crypto Walk, John C, 10% Rolex, Jefferson Exotic, Ken Fresno, Uzi's Playhouse, John C, and Bob We Will M. Guys, that is the show.
Thank you so much, guys.
Buying watches in a depressed market. Tell me this. What's it like to buy? But if it's selling is hard, buying is easy. Can you get bargains? Are there bargains there?
That's something worth discussing. Definitely.
Okay, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Love yous all. Take
See
it
you
easy.
guys.
Erwin, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really do appreciate it.
Take care, Archie. Anytime. My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Thank you, man. See you later. See you later, guys. And there we go. What a fantastic show. Guys, support the channel. We love you always. Okay, guys. Run the